Hey guys, my name is Will Moran and I have created Verticomps. So, as a passionate climber that has participated in community climbing competitions, the biggest frustration is scorekeeping. Usually it's done with pen and paper, from my experience, which leads to issues with improperly marking climbs. You pick something, you accidentally chose 17 instead of 18. You get points that you shouldn't have gotten. And then also at the end of the competition, when it closes, you have to wait like an hour, hour and a half for all the scores to be tallied. And we live in the 21st century. This should be able to be instantaneous. So here is kind of your home page. When you're logged out, you're obviously able to sign in if you have an account. If you don't, you can register. You just enter all the fields, and if you are an administrator, you'll check this box. If you're a competitor, you don't. And then last thing you can view before you log in is the leaderboard, which is great for friends and family, so you don't have to make an account. So first thing we'll do is log in as Chris, who is our administrator, and you're brought to the dashboard. This once again shows your league leaderboard and also any competitions upcoming and previous. First thing that we can do as an administrator is create a new competition. So we'll go ahead and set up new comp for this Sunday at the Rock House. And we will set it up for noon. And so here is the climb list that we'll build out for our new comp, where you can give a name, a description, and a point total, and you can add or subtract as many of these climbs as you'd like. You climb the slab for the second one. Give that a few more points because it's going to be harder. We'll add a third. You got to jump for it. We'll make that 10 because that's pretty easy. And if you add an extra one or you want to remove any, you just click the remove button. It removes that line. And then whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and submit that climbs list. So next thing that we can do is we can go into competitions and view all of our competitions. And if you were the one that created the competition, you can edit and delete. So we can see our new comp here. We're going to go ahead and edit and give this a better name. Pulling plastic. We'll keep everything the same. And you can see that that's now updated to reflect our edits. We can go into registration and view who's registered for our competition. And you can see no one's registered for it. We did just create it. But hey, no one's registered. It's coming up close to the date of the competition. We're going to go ahead and dump that competition. So we can go ahead and delete it. And that's going to go ahead and remove it from the competitions list. Another thing that we can do when we click on the name is we can view the competition leaderboard if this has been opened, and you'll see that points have been allocated. This one has already run, so you can see the point totals there. If we go into one that is currently open, but that no one's climbed yet, you'll see the list of who's registered, but there's no points assigned because no one's climbed. And then this final instance, this one has not been opened. I'm going to go ahead and open it. And you'll see when you've started the competition, you go back, it's going to populate that list. So you'll be able to see who's registered, and it's ready to rock for when people go ahead and add to scorecard and the administrator begins to give points. So we'll go into the validate and we'll show you how we can do that. So we'll go into gravity check, one that's already been run. We'll go ahead and look at Sierra's. You can see that all of her climbs have been validated. But say we notice that there is an issue. You can go ahead and flag it. That's going to remove the points that were assigned to her. We can add a note to tell her why we flagged it. We're going to call her a liar because she is. And we'll go back and we could see that this has been updated to show that a note has been written, and we can edit that note if we need to. It's been flagged here. We're going to go ahead and flag this next one too. Say, no way she climbed that. And I'll show you guys when we go to competitor side, but when we flag a climb and add a note, it adds an alert. That gives the climber the opportunity to reclimb. So let's say that Sierra saw that and reclimbed green, and she's good to go. So we'll go in and delete that note so that when we go back, you can see that note's gone, the flag is gone, and then we're going to go ahead and assign points by clicking validate. And so now she's going to be good to go on green. We can also go into other competitions. And as you saw before when we were in the competition details, no one's climbed anything yet. There's no climb list that's been populated. That will change as people climb and add to their scorecard. Last thing we can do is view the league leaderboard. You might have noticed that her point total was 75 before, but because we flagged that first climb, it's now 55. So let's go ahead and view what it looks like to be a competitor. So first difference you'll notice is that as a competitor, you will be highlighted in the league leaderboard if you have registered or have climbed in a competition. You can also see the competitions list, and then we'll go into the scorecard, and we will check out what that flag looks like. So here you'll see that a note has been added for that blue climb. You've still marked it as climbed, but hey, we're going to look and see, oh, shoot, Chris called me a liar. I got to go chat with him, figure out what I need to do to make that right. The other thing you can do is now this one is the technically open comp. We can go ahead and add all of these climbs to her scorecard because Sierra is a crusher. And when you go back as an administrator, you'll see all of those climbs and you'll have the opportunity to validate or flag. And then last thing you can do as a competitor is view the league leaderboard. And once again, you'll be highlighted in there. And you'll be able to see where you stand. So yeah, that is Verticomps, guys. Thanks so much for watching.